Hello everyone, my name is Tian Ling and I'm the Deputy Director for Rolling Stock and Depot Engineering. I'll be telling you more about the Rail 4.0 roadmap that we'll be using to chart the future for the railway industry. The COVID pandemic has presented us with unprecedented challenges, especially for our transport system. Amongst which, travel patterns have evolved, the impetus and pace of digitalisation have also hastened. This is also exacerbated by our tightened physical and manpower resources in view of the shrinking and ageing workforce. We are also less able to hire foreign workforce now. Most critically, climate change and becoming carbon neutral have quickened in times like this, such as torrential rainfall and floods worsening the situation we are already confronting. Enter Rail 4.0, which together with the industry and stakeholder engagement will prepare us well against the tide and help LTA and PTOs exhibit strong teamwork to overcome the challenges that we are facing and those that may arise in the future.
According to SingStat, as of 2021, 16% of the population here are aged 65 and above, and this translates to about 1 in 6 Singaporeans. This percentage is estimated to go up to 25% by 2030, translating to about 1 in 4 Singaporeans. When we look further to 2050, this number is expected to go up to even 33.3%, meaning that 1 in 3 Singaporeans will be aged 65 years and above. With our population aging quickly, this means that our workforce will not just age, but also shrink due to more of our workers retiring. There are many efforts to retain our senior workers to leverage on their experience, but their capacity to perform laborious tasks which require substantial manual efforts will inevitably decrease. Many efforts have already begun in areas like automation and human ergonomics to explore how we can tackle this impending problem. First up, we are trying out a technology called the Automatic Vehicle Inspection, also known as AVI. This technology has been fitted out at Tuas West Depot for the East-West line and the Mandai Depot for the Thomson East Coast line. A suite of technologies consisting of lasers, cameras, and sensors work to inspect our trains, relieving the need for maintenance staff to perform them manually. This cuts down on the need for manpower and frees up capacity for staff to perform more value-added tasks. Last but not least, robots are also being explored for use in our rail depots for material movement. A collaboration with DOPE, a supplier from Japan, with their product dubbed the Follow Me robot, demonstrated how the robot could take on the load of spare parts and materials required to be moved, and follow the staff to its destination, relieving the need for staff to carry the parts themselves, or to even push and maneuver trolleys. With all these efforts, we aspire to achieve a 20% reduction in the overall rail operations and maintenance manpower numbers, which currently is 80% of the overall rail manpower that we have in Singapore. With extreme weather events like storms and floods occurring more frequently globally, there's never been a more critical time to address the situation. Singapore is also trying to do our part with the rollout of the Singapore Green Plan 2030. The Green Plan serves as a guide for us to build a sustainable future. LTA's vision of a people-centered land transport system will then have to be a sustainable one as well. We focus on environment sustainability as well as sustainable procurement practices. Our first foray into sustainable procurement for trains is the introduction of the requirement for our train suppliers to submit an Environmental Product Declaration, or otherwise known as an EPD. This places the composition of materials used in our trains in the spotlight, enabling us to have a good overview and appreciation of the materials used and their environment friendliness. Hopefully, this will also motivate our train suppliers to incorporate greener materials in our trains. We are also including a requirement for our trains to be 92% recyclable, enabling us to recycle as many materials as we can when the trains have come to the end of their service life. Recent spikes in energy prices have shone the spotlight on energy efficiency and consumption of our trains. Trains are already a green transport mode, and with technologies such as regenerative braking and optimized automatic driving profiles, it seems as if we have already reached the peak of energy efficiency for trains. However, with technological developments in propulsion technology, such as the permanent magnet motor or even the synchronous reluctance motor, known as SYN-RM, there are many possibilities that lie ahead for us to explore and to continue to enhance our trains. Ultimately, our efforts for sustainability will help us move towards our goal: net zero, carbon neutral railways in Singapore. The government spends about $1 billion on annual operating subsidy for rail, and fares are hugely subsidized. Due to the COVID pandemic, public transport fare revenue had also dropped 30% from 2020 to 2021. Coupled with rising energy costs, as well as various other factors, we need to be more cost-effective now than ever before. Smart glasses have also been trialled with our PTOs. Fault handling in our trains require much technical know-how, experience, as well as good analytical skills in a pressure cooker environment. These smart glasses allow real-time communication to the Operations Control Center, where the experts reside in, enabling them to effectively guide frontline staff in handling various operational scenarios such as train faults. We see the potential to reduce fault rectification errors and duration, while increasing frontline staff confidence during incident responses. The last pillar of Rail 4.0, cost effectiveness, where we do not forget to extract the most value out of every dollar that we spend for the benefit of the nation and our commuters. External collaborations are also underway, with a depot digitalisation feasibility study ongoing with A*STAR, Singapore's premier science and technology organisation. This will help us to chart the way forward to digitalise our existing and future rail depots. COVID-related studies and efforts for trains are also being undertaken with the PTOs, as well as A*STAR, ARTC, and SIMTEC. A train air quality monitoring system is being explored, as well as other air disinfection possibilities which could be installed in our trains.
We hope that we have given you a better appreciation of the challenges that are coming our way. Our aging population and shrinking workforce will pose significant manpower constraints in the future, leading us to explore possibilities in automation and ergonomics. Climate change, extreme weather events pose real existential risks to us, where rising sea levels, torrential rainfall, intolerable heat and dry spells will render places that we currently live in to be unlivable. We plan to start small by introducing the EPD and enhancing the recyclability requirements for our trains. And we'll continue to see how we can continuously improve and contribute more to the fight for sustainability. Last but not least, our resources are finite. Faced with rising costs, public expectations, there is a need for us to continue to be cost-effective, extracting the maximum value we can from every dollar we spend, so that we can be accountable to the public. No matter whether you are working on trains, signalling, comms, track work, or any other rail discipline, join us in this Rail 4.0 journey, where we look to build a really exciting, inclusive, sustainable future for our next generation. Let us do it together.